What's up, guys? Welcome back to WCS America. I'm Axeltoss. He's Axslav. What a good day of StarCraft today.
It has been. Some great players, a lot of fan favorites. I know a lot of people really want to see Suppy back in WCS America Premier League. And he did lose that first set to Wansing, but he's up 1-0 against Illusion right now. So if he wins this series, he's up against Tilly, and the winner of that will make it back in Premier League. Of course, Game 2 is starting right now. Game number 1, a little bit of a passive game, but the theme of that game was that throughout the entire game, Suppy was always base up.
Yep. And
it's okay to be base behind if you're much more cost efficient. And Illusion was slightly more cost efficient, but it wasn't like the constant mass Widowmine hits. It wasn't it wasn't to the degree he needed to be if he's gonna play the whole game at base behind.
Right. And it's one of those things where I feel like in that section of the game, Illusion starts getting really drop focused and stuff like that. But Suppy's Muta presence was just so good. It felt like every direction Suppy went, he was just he always had those safety nets in case something scary was going to come at him. Just very prepared for Illusion style play. So let's see what happens in this game number 2 on Belshir Vestige. In the top left-hand location, I present your Red Zerg player hailing from California, United States of America, representing Team Evil Geniuses. He's 1 win away from advancing to the last match of the night to play against Telia. He is Suppy. His opponent, in the bottom right-hand location, representing Mouse Sports, has had a lot of difficult matches in WCS America, not getting the best bracket draws with matches against the likes of Tasia, Maxed, Moonglade, Alicia. Finds himself down 0-1 here. He's on the verge of being eliminated from WCS America. He is Illusion. Must win 2 in a row. An absolute must. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Reaper opening here for him.
He's been doing a Reaper opening in the last, I think he went Command Center first in one of your first games against Telia, but the last couple games all been Reaper opening. A great way to keep tabs on your opponent. Scout for any early gas, scout, make sure you're getting a 3rd hatchery if they're doing a fast tech. And also, you can sometimes get a couple drone kills or at least force a couple of buildings to be made and canceled. So it's a nice little opening to just take control of the game from a very early start.
What do you think we're going to see as this game goes? Because the map Belshir Vestige is so interesting as far as how TVZs are like to play out, right? With the main contention points generally being the 4th base, because the 4th base is always going to be closer to your opponent. And against Telia, Illusion's additional bases were kind of reactively placed as far as where his opponent was placing their 4th base. Illusion favoring building his 3rd close to his opponent's 4th to be able to have that pivot point where he could both protect his 3rd base and attack his opponent's 4th base, consistently denying that throughout. So if you had to guess, how would you expect this map plays out for both these two guys?
I think Illusion's going to do the same thing. We're probably going to see the Zerg take an eventual 4th on the right side, and then Illusion will probably take a 3rd above his main, and so he can do kind of what you said he did. He did it against Telia, and I really like that. Not all Terrans do it, but a good amount of the top ones do. And it's such a great style if you want to use a very Widowmine-heavy, aggressive style. Now, Illusion's really been neglecting Widowmines.
He has. That's so strange to me.
It is. It's very unusual. Most Terrans can't make enough Widowmines.
Every Terran I play on ladders make all about the Widowmine.
Yes. I mean,
and it's just one of the most frustrating things in the world. And I don't get frustrated very easily.
So it's interesting that what Illusion has been doing these past games is instead of making Widowmines with the factory, up until about the 10-minute mark, the factory is just making add-ons for his barracks. So he gets a lot more Marines very fast. But, it's not always easy to get something done with just pure Marines. If your opponent has a lot of speedings and banings, if you don't have enough medevacs to escort them, it can be pretty scary to walk on a map with just Marines.
So Reaper's trying to be fancy, trying to get a few drone kills. But the Queen's going to be able to dispel that fairly easily. Expansion going down here behind this from Illusion, very standard plays so far. Now we're going to see him squeaking out those Hellions. And that's the money question, I think. Are we going to see more Widowmines incorporated? It feels like based on today's games as a whole from Illusion, he doesn't necessarily go for that style. So, maybe he just will continue not to build the Widowmines, which I guess is fine. I mean...
Well, some Terrans would say if you're not making... Some Zergs would say Terran doesn't make Widowmines, they're very happy, so...
Gosh. Maybe he's just had bad luck with them in the past. And...
Could be. Could be. I'll have to see if he decides to integrate a few more into this game. This is a great map for Widow Mines too. There's so many ramps you can just keep track of, and it's a pretty simple map as far as one of the biggest things with Widow Mines is you want to make sure you can micro back to allow the Widow Mines to go off without hitting splash on your own units. And so that means you really don't want to have your opponent set up too many flanks on you. And Belshire Vestige is a map where it's not so easy to set up flanks. There's so much terrain in the way. Most Zergs will not try to do that crazy multi-angle attack we saw Tillia try in a couple of maps for Sheep Lake Vision.
Now, yeah, that's a Roach Warren in production. And we see the gas going up there for Suppy. So we'll have to see if he decides to go for some sort of offensive play as far as rushes are concerned in the early stage of this game. Or the other thing we might see very soon is going to be 2 Evo Chambers placed down.
That's right. You know, in the first game between these guys, he did build the Roach Warren, but it was just a precaution. In case he sees any mass attack coming, he can just crank out a lot of roaches. So, and given the fact that we're seeing him building just 4 roaches here, he doesn't really have enough resources to build a lot more than that. But
oh, there's 8.
Yeah, and I was actually about to mention, no Evo Chambers is pretty unusual. So you may be willing to commit a little bit more to roaches this map.
Yeah, 9 roaches. These 10
and
roaches.
a painting nest. This is definitely an all-in.
Yeah, no layer, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to get a painting nest for defensive purposes if you're already getting roaches, or even in general this early on in the game. So we're definitely going to see him do this all-in. Illusion saw some roaches. Did he see enough that it would tip him off it's an all-in? It's hard to say because a lot of Zergs just get a few early on. But he also didn't see the Evo Chambers. So those could be in the back or could be an all-in. And if Illusion can identify the fact that there aren't Evo Chambers, it is an all-in, he's going to be in a better position. We can see you're adding a bunker. A stim pack is going to be done. That's a very important upgrade to have.
If he can scan a lack of layer, he'll know, right?
Yes.
That would be huge. So we'll keep an eye on if he uses these. He has 3 orbitals in the field. He has 2 engineering base, but right now he's adding a lot of add-ons, so he's not going to have a ridiculous amount of unit production. And the Banelings are starting to be morphed in here. Does Illusion have any idea? A secondary bunker being added on.
But there's only 2. You know, a lot of Terrans would like to go up to 4 or 5 against this. Oh, the Widow Mines.
Some Lings already poked up to make sure those weren't there. So this could be a disaster if he doesn't recognize it.
Exactly, because he doesn't think there are there because we just had it right
Widow
now.
Mines, if it's a Banelings. Oh, great shots with the Widow Mines. And the bunker stays alive. 3 more Widow Mines coming in here, but I think Illusion might be fine.
Yeah, just losing a few depots. Otherwise, no damage done here. Suppy is, and a lot of those reinforcements are cut off by the Hellions as well, and those were units you want to turn into Banelings. So Suppy's going to have to go again. I mean, he can't just go back and drone up at this point. He hasn't done any damage at all, so he needs to really commit more to this attack. Widow Mines are starting to be recharged, though, and roaches are getting through, but without any Banelings or speedings, this bunker is just tearing him apart.
Illusion's in a fantastic position here, I think. Still no layer. I think 11 drones in production, so we're going to see a transition, but still no 2 evolution chambers. A bunch of Lings could have run in here, but I don't think these are going to do anything. Yeah.
Not enough SCVs are able to repair that. The bunker looks like it's going to go down.
Repair. The SCV's desperately trying to repair. The Lings trying to take the bunker down. Okay, it does get taken out. There's the Axslav curse in action once again. But again, I don't expect this to do much more than that.
You know, he's gotten a decent amount of SCV kills here, actually. I don't know. Okay, yeah, 13. This is enough. This is enough, you know.
Did he forget the armory?
I doubt he
would
pulled
love
armory.
to start 2-2 right now.
In the middle of that, there's no way he remembered to get the armory. Yeah, just signed it right now.
Okay.
But, you know, I mean, there's no upgrades for Zerg.
Yep, so it's not a gigantic deal that being delayed.
I mean, Illusion definitely came out of that ahead.
I take a 3rd right now. That's what I do.
Yes.
He already has a 3rd. Just send that guy over. Send that guy over.
Illusion is definitely coming out of that ahead. Now, because there was those like 13, 14 SVs that were killed near the end, it's not like it's game over instantly. Suppy still has a way to come back, but the next 3 minutes are going to be very, very hard for Suppy. He's going to be facing 1-1 stim bio with no upgraded units. The one thing going well for him is the fact that the medevac count is only at 1 right now. So right now, if there's a lot of medevacs and Illusion could put pressure without fear of losing units, that would be a very bad situation for Suppy.
Yeah, Illusion actually having a little bit of trouble with the resources, really trying to get that up there. 2 medevacs on the way. 2-2 should be started very, very soon, but again, he doesn't have a ridiculous gas count. And now he's going to lift that orbital and send it to that right-hand side. He should be able to take that without too much trouble. There are a few ground units to escort this. 9 roaches on the way, and roach speed from Suppy, so really staying low tech for now.
He's going to do a secondary attack as soon as all those speed upgrades and probably 1-1 finish. And the question is first of all, this attack is about a minute away. And can you even have the control to cross the map? Because if Illusion starts his crazy drop play, it's going to be very difficult for Suppy to feel comfortable leaving his base.
I would love to see Widow Mines closer. He has 4 Widow Mines at his natural. I'd pick up 2 of those and send him to be in front of this 3rd base location. Really incorporate those Widow Mines in this composition.
Yeah, he's only really building them one at a time too. You know, throughout the series, he hasn't been super enthusiastic about Widow Mines. You're really favoring just
scary.
Pure bio units. And you know, against speed Banings and speed roaches, a pure bio army.
Oh, here we go. He's picking him up now.
Okay.
He's got to get him down.
I mean, Illusion doesn't have that many units. He's got to control this really well.
All right, he's going to kite back those units. The Banelings trying to get those detonations. Illusion backing up as fast as he can, getting in range of those Widow Mines. Let's see how good these shots can be. Great shot onto the Banelings there from Illusion. And I don't think Suppy has an Overseer. Okay, an Overseer is coming in from the back to try to take down these Widow Mines. Suppy has so much, but the 3rd is still alive. It's mining. I don't think Illusion minds losing a few units here.
Oh, no, not at all. Of course, Suppy doesn't want to chase the army too far, knows he's getting close to the rally point. He's going to turn around, and he's going to get a good amount of SCVs here.
Got to run those away. Got to keep those guys alive. Oh, he's going to pick them up.
Oh, the rescue squad comes in.
The mule's like, what about me? And he dies. Okay.
You know, Suppy's doing just enough damage to not instantly lose, but he's not doing enough.
There's no backup plan, is there? Like, I don't see any more. Okay, he's adding on gases, which implies a backup plan.
Yeah,
for sure.
The main backup plan is never tier, never 3rd base.
Okay. Because I mean, I'm really worried once 2-2 finishes.
It's gonna. Oh man, these Widow Mines are just. Is there an Overseer with this army?
There's not even any production.
Now he could manually detonate Banings on top of them.
There's one coming from the left-hand side.
Okay, that'll work too.
I wonder if Illusion takes the 3rd on the left-hand side, if that is as much.
You know, against this style, you'd much rather have that 3rd. The 3rd he took is if he wants to be aggressive, but against someone massing Roaches and Banings, he's going to be a little bit more defensive. Oh, is something going to try to come in here?
Oh.
Those depot walls are going to restrict his movement.
No,
but there's only 2 Widow Mines here.
Oh, they're trying to get burrowed down. The Banelings going to try to get those shots off. Great splitting from Illusion. Remember, 2-2 is about to finish, and these Roaches might have overextended. Illusion going to be pursuing him across the map. 2-2 is not yet started for Suppy. Just started from Suppy. He has a Spire about 20% of the way done, but Illusion's going to be really happy with how that turned out. I think Suppy definitely overextended a little bit there. I'm very surprised he didn't transition a little bit faster. I feel like once you deny that 3rd, I don't really see a reason to try to go into your opponent's natural as long as you have 3 bases and as long as you're making your transitions.
The one thing Suppy has to be worried about now is the medevac count. This many bio units supported by medevacs. The Roaches are almost worthless against here. Of course, they had a little bit of extra firepower, but he's going to need to produce a lot of Banings and get those key baiting hits to take out this bio. Now, there's very few Widow Mines left. In fact, there's only 2 with this army. So the baiting hits are possible.
Oh, gotta burrow those on the ground a little bit late, and the Roach is going to take them out. Gotta split up those units optimally, and a decent splits here from Illusion, leaving the Marauders in the front, and these Roaches do not need to be here right now.
They can't retreat, though, against Stim Bio. He's going to try to pull back a few of them, and a few of them do get away. Bio army's small enough. Suppy may just hold on, but you know the 3rd's going to be taken from Illusion.
He can just pick up if he needs to.
Exactly, and he's pushing the creep back, so future attacks will have a greater chance of success.
Yeah, and Suppy's spending all of his gas on Banelings, so no mutas in production.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much has to in this situation, but it's a tough spot because if you don't make Banelings, you die. You make all the Banelings, it's gonna be hard to be cost efficient because Terran can pick up if they need to. They can add in Widow Mines, and you won't have that ability to kill those medevacs, which are one of the key parts of this army.
All right, the bio continuing to extend forward. Meanwhile, the 3rd base getting nicely mined. Suppy thinking about going for it. It's hard to engage in a choke like that, though. Of course, you want to surround Esther. Scan going up. Remember, he can still pick up, so it might feel like he's overextending, but he can always pick up and jet out of there if he needs to.
So many medevacs with that army. 3-3's halfway done. Right now, of course, there's still an upgrade advantage for Illusion. Suppy will soon have upgraded quality, at least for a short time until 3-3 finishes, and that could be his chance to maybe try to get another attack on 3rd base or try to accomplish something, because right now Illusion's significantly ahead in supply, and he has a superior economy as well.
I feel like when 2-2 finishes here for Suppy, that might be the best time to engage, especially when some mutas pop out. Really try to take your opponent off guard, get a nice surround on Belshir Vestige, and try to clean it up. But once 3-3 finishes and all these medevacs remain alive, it's going to get infinitely more difficult to put a dent in the army of Illusion.
And absolutely. So 2 mutas being caught off guard there, and they just fall down without... Actually, now 3rd muta...
Mutas go home.
Yeah, the mutas have to be careful about that army. And now Suppy really wants to probably try to... Oh, a nice little Widow Mine hit there, taking out a few drones. 3-3 is about half a minute from completion.
Suppy has to engage before 3-3 finishes.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that's so important.
It's definitely very important to look for that engagement. But Illusion's army is so scary, and there's a few more Widow Mines on the field now as well.
Great little squad being sent to the left-hand side of the map. Also, Muta's continuing to be rallied into the wrong location. Illusion's going to be happy to take those for free. Meanwhile, Muta's...
Suppy's starting to get a little bit sloppy here.
Gosh, every Muta is so important at this point. So 3-3 is going to finish. That's going to happen very soon. And now Suppy's in a tricky position where he can't really take an engagement. And he can't hope to be efficient.
Yeah.
And his economy isn't in the state where you can take a cost-efficient engagement and just replenish and try to kill it. It's not like he has a hive. It's not like he has ultras.
He's going to need the magic baiting hits. He's coming in here now looking for him, but as Illusion retreats, he doesn't want to go up that ramp.
Yeah, I would just play very patient as Illusion. Leapfrog the Widow Mines forward. Keep rallying your bio. Don't get caught off guard for him to split everywhere. And peel off little squadrons of units and just send them towards that third hatchery.
Illusion, of course, is taking a fourth at the bottom. That's going to put him on equal bases. That's not where Zerg wants to be against
no reason,
with 3-3.
No reason not to engage here from Illusion, I feel. But very, very patiently.
He knows the army's on the left side. He's scanning. He's going to push up. This hatchery is going to be melted in just about a second. Suppy knows it's too late to go back and save it. Next best thing is to launch a counterattack.
All right, let's see if that can make it work. Illusion should know about this. He has no wall up into his natural. There's no Widow Mines to defend. His main base is completely exposed. We might have an all-out base trade here, but Illusion's going to back up.
Oh, very smart for Suppy not to mess with the fourth, going straight for the production. Bane's hitting the natural.
Oh, man.
The wall is getting chewed at by the Mutas and the Speedlings, and every unit Illusion makes is just going to be incremented out and dies and comes out. If Suppy can take out the orbitals, this could be a situation where he could win.
I like how Illusion is peeling some units off to try to be aggressive towards his opponent's side of the map while picking up his units in the medevacs, but losing so much of his main base. Marine's going to be decimated there at the natural expansion of Suppy, but here comes the reinforcements from Illusion, dropping it into his opponent, into his own main base to try to save it. But this is a great trade for Suppy. I think he's going to be very happy with how that went because he still has his base intact on the left-hand side, but this is definitely still anyone's game, I feel.
It is. I mean, Suppy only was able to kill a single base there. He did some damage to the main as far as infrastructure goes, but he lost a lot of his forces as well. So it's still a situation. It looks like he's going to try to do some damage to the right side
He just
base.
killed a lot of SCVs with the base.
Oh, that's huge, actually. Because Illusion's...
Oh, sorry.
Illusion, how many workers does he have
70
left?
workers killed. I just opened that, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's pretty insane. Now
7 harvesters on the map for Illusion.
The scary part about that means is he's got 128 Fuda units, and they're 3-3 upgraded. And Suppy lost a lot of his Speedings and Banings in that base.
Okay.
If Suppy can hold out against Illusion's counterattacks, he wins. But
he's in a great position.
That's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
I mean, Illusion's army, this base has to be abandoned, but the drones are actually, maybe he can burrow them? Is he going to try to save it?
Here come the Lings and the Banelings, but this is so much bio. Look at this preemptive splitting. A decent surround on some Marines, though, but Illusion just has too much. The medevacs overhead just heal everything.
Yeah, Payne's got some nice hits.
He just absorbed it and took it, and there's the GG. Wow. Pretty good game there.
Too many units from Illusion. I mean, Suppy with a great idea launching that counterattack.
He can't engage that army. He just can't.
Yeah, I mean, and it turned out the counterattack did great damage, but there's still the same problem. Like you said, you just couldn't engage your army.
Yeah.
At least maybe if he had a ton more Banes, didn't quite have the resources to get that many out.
And again, that all started with Suppy's decisions to try to all in, and Illusion's like honestly heroic defense. Like if Illusion makes a little mistake here or there, when Suppy's doing those really aggressive, really invested mid-game timings, then it's a completely different game. But Suppy doing a great job incorporating Illusion incorporating Widow Mines for the first time today, and he wins. It's correlated.
It was.
I think there's some correlation.
There's a strong correlation between Widow Mines and Terrance's
winning.
success rate in TVZ, I think.
All right, guys, we're tied 1-1 in this losers match. Again, guys, the loser of this match will drop out of WCS America. The winner will advance on to play Telia in the final match of the day. Guys, stay tuned. Suppy versus Illusion, Game 3 coming up.